What's up, guys? We're back for an all-new episode of Couch Quickies.
What is up, everybody?
Yeah. I forgot. I have to introduce.
We've been trying to do the intro to this episode for so long, guys. I don't know. Nadia has a case of the giggles. The giggles.
Oh, God.
Anyway, welcome back to another episode, and we are doing a Couch Quickie today on cartoons
90s.
of the...
Yeah. Well, our childhood.
Let's call it mid-'80s to mid-'90s.
Okay.
Right? Because I was born in the 80s. You were born mid-'80s.
85.
So there you go.
You were born in 80.
Mm-hmm.
So we were watching cartoons, in the late 80s and 90s. So we're going to take it back, get a little nostalgic.
Right. And just have ourselves a quick 20-minute conversation.
Yeah.
On cartoons. 20 minutes.
We will see.
Are you going to start the clock?
I feel like this might be our first ever. We're going to do it. We're going to do it one day.
Well, do you want to put an alarm that goes off and then we just stop?
The alarm is better, yeah.
That'd be funny if people would prefer that. It's like, look, it's an actual 20-minute alarm or it stops and then we just cut no matter what we're talking about.
I agree. You just let me know.
But I feel like,
I'll hit start.
Well, let's see. Go ahead and start the clock.
Are we ready?
Are you ready?
Are we ready?
You ready? All right, let's
Everybody's ready. And go. What's the first cartoon you remember seeing?
The first cartoon I remember seeing was Felix the Cat.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Which was most definitely on reruns. But as far as watching early cartoons, I remember watching Felix the Cat. I don't know why.
Oh, I actually just realized that in my mind, when you said Felix the Cat, I was thinking of the orange one. Not Garfield, but the other orange. Yes.
Heathcliff is also my jam.
Heathcliff. There was a lot of cat ones.
Well, okay. I'll say this. That was like a crazy, question you just threw at me, right? So I was like, my brain just started what did you remember? What was the first thing you saw in black and white? I was like, oh, it must have been in black and white.
I just wanted to shock you, surprise you.
But yeah, the first cartoon I remember watching, the first couple cartoons were definitely like a Felix the Cat if I got up real early before school. Voltron and He-Man. He-Man is the first cartoon that or Masters of the Universe, to give it respect. But that was the first one that I was like, I need to watch all of these.
Yeah. That's
the only one I didn't miss. How about you?
Probably Sesame Street.
But Sesame Street's not a cartoon. You're throwing me curveballs there.
Shit. Wow, I don't even remember that. Hold on. I really don't. Because, I remember everything I watched, like which ones, if you name it, I can be like, oh, definitely watch that, whatever.
Well, we've pulled up a list here so that we could scroll around.
Right.
Stuff.
But to answer your question, I don't remember what was the very first. I don't even remember let's see, I probably started watching when I was 4? 5?
Most likely.
4.
But just name okay.
I was obsessed with My Little Ponies.
Okay,
it was
so
all that
the was
animal shit. Pound Puppies, loved.
Right. So see, those were late
80s.
I think there's been different versions or they updated them.
Yes.
I
watched
I
both.
definitely know they do that with the My Little Ponies, but both of those cartoons were from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So those were probably
the earliest ones.
Right? Yeah. So okay.
Yeah, so that.
Do you remember the intro to the My Little Pony? What's the song that you associate with My Little Pony? And I think that'll tell you which cartoon,
I just remember My Little Pony, My Little Pony. They just said it
right,
over
okay, that was the one. I think that was definitely the one from the 80s.
Yeah,
because I think all the other ones they changed it.
Oh,
because that's the.
No, but I watched the other updated one too. I watched them both.
Well, true.
Yeah.
But as far as I don't know, making the argument, if you will, that it would probably have been that early.
Yeah. Those. So okay, then those.
Okay.
So
now my time. My turn.
My time.
My time.
I said not my time.
No, it's my time to. It's my time to talk.
16 minutes, 34 seconds. Go.
Okay, no.
Look at your hair.
Look at my hair. How's my hair?
Oh my God. Keep going. We're losing time. Just talk
Well,
while I judge.
But you shush? I don't know. What does that mean? Anyway,
Focus.
Okay. What was one of your like favorite cartoons?
There are so many, honestly, because you and I started doing like this countdown on YouTube right before or whatever. We were
Right.
just kind of searching. I'm like, oh my God, I was obsessed with that. I was obsessed with that. Blah, blah. So definitely My Little Ponies. I was obsessed with gummy bears. And up until recently,
Okay.
for the longest time, I would talk about this conversation would come up about cartoons with you and other people.
Mm-hmm.
No one would, I'd be like, you guys remember gummy bears? And be like, no, what was that? And I'd be like, gummy bears, here and there and everywhere. And then I was like, no, nobody. And nobody knew. And then one day I put it on and then everyone was like, oh.
Yeah, I definitely remember
and then
that.
yeah, I was obsessed. That was a really good one.
I like that cartoon because there was like a grumpy one.
Yeah.
Like when you mentioned like Sesame Street,
Was there a grumpy one?
I think so.
Or are you thinking of Care Bears?
No. I'm thinking of Gummy Bears. There was
Okay.
like the guy he had a green hat. The guy, that one guy,
Okay,
one
yeah.
of the bears.
Yeah. See, this is the other thing about my memory is that like I know which ones I watch and I know which ones I was obsessed with. Now the details and who they were and all that shit,
It's gone.
it's gone. It's gone. I have
I
to
feel
watch
you.
them all over again. It's really bad. My brain was just like, you're done with that. You don't need to remember any of that shit. There's
Well-
limited space in here.
Well, okay. My favorite cartoon from that time frame, from like the 80s and the 90s, was the X-Men cartoon.
Oh. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
So
Now, that was like that
love
cartoon
that
was
song.
dope. The from like the early 80s,
Yeah.
well, like I said, was the He-Man one. But I also really liked Batman, the
the animated series.
And you like that one too, huh?
Which is surprising. I mean, this is totally sexist.
You're like, I'm surprised.
But like, let's be real. When we were younger kids, like they really made shows like these ones are for girls and these ones are for boys.
Right,
It was
absolutely.
very like these toys are for girls and these toys are for boys. So, like,
Especially in the 80s, where every cartoon
Yes.
was made to sell toys.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
so true. So, but of those like quote unquote boy type TV shows, I liked Batman the animated series. I watched X-Men too, and
Mhm.
then I mean Ninja Turtles I feel like was
Oh,
supposed to be more boy, but I knew a lot of girls who watched it too.
Ninja Turtles was so
It was so
cool.
good. So
We're like, it
it's-
was so cool.
it was the
man.
best
It was
ever, man.
They ate pizza. I like pizza.
I like turtles. Yeah, no, it was excellent. Okay, but we're getting ahead of ourselves because I know you want to talk about Batman. You love
Oh no, I was just I was saying that like as far as all the cartoons that were out, because I don't even know, it was in the 90s, right?
Right.
Batman for sure. But it had like such a cool style. Like it didn't look like any of the other cartoons.
Yeah.
It was like dark.
it was like a
Um,
comic book.
It made
Yeah.
me care about Batman.
Yeah.
Because like as far as comic books are concerned, and I was always a Marvel guy, and Batman was like
Right.
whatever. But that was like a great cartoon.
Mhm.
But I also pulled up a list
Same for me.
of like the best
Ditto.
cartoons, because like I feel like remember Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
Remember
Wait,
waking
I
up?
wanted to say for Batman,
Oh yeah,
I liked it because it felt very adult.
yeah, right.
Like I was like, oh, this is an adult cartoon. Like it just felt like
Mhm.
they were dealing with adult situations because they were adults. Like all the cartoons for the most part were animals
Right.
or they were little people assisted by animals. Like it was just like, or there were babies. Like
Those were the shows you were watching. I was watching everything had guns in what I was watching. It was like guns, swords.
That's great.
Laser guns.
That's great.
Laser swords.
Well, that's why I liked Gummy Bears was because I was obsessed with Care Bears naturally,
Right.
along with My Little Pony.
You
Like,
know what?
Any
I
of
like
those?
Care Bears.
Oh.
I didn't hate on Care
Yeah.
Bears. It was cool. They had like a little a little cloud mobile they would like
Yes,
ride down.
yes.
Yeah, that was tight.
And they were all about spreading their love and their sunshine and their, and then they had the grumpy one. That's why I thought you said that.
yeah, I liked him as
But,
well.
of course.
Didn't he have like a little rain cloud?
Yeah.
Or something? Yeah.
He was just always not about it.
Shouts to the rain
He was
clouds
like,
out there.
why do I have to be a damn Care Bear? I don't
He's
care
like,
about
"I
nobody.
just don't care.
The Don't Care Bear.
The don't care bear.
Yeah. So obsessed with that. So then to me, like the way I saw it as a kid, the way I remember it was that like gummy bears were like the medieval, more fantasy version
Yeah,
of
they
Care
were.
Bears. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Care Bears were like
Yeah.
cheerful and bright and
Care
like
Bears felt of
felt
the moment.
more kid-like, and
Yeah,
these
it
are a
was-
little bit elevated. It's like, oh, we've advanced.
That's every when you mention it like that. Okay, so Care Bears always felt like it's happening now, like as far as the time is concerned.
Okay.
But the gummy bears always felt like you said, like it was back in the day, like a Robin Hood
Yeah,
story.
they were like medieval.
right. I never thought about that.
You never noticed their outfits and like dragons.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, they had dragons.
Yeah,
like, I always
that's
felt
why I
like
liked
the
it.
Smurfs.
Mhm.
I always felt like the Smurfs felt to me like back in the day, like
That's-
Middle Ages.
I was down with Smurfs,
You
and
know
it
what I
was because Gargamel was like, didn't he have an accent?
No, well, I mean, I don't know. Depends
I'm
what you
trying to
call
remember.
accents, but
What he sounded like?
I
Very
don't know.
scratchy
Yeah.
voice.
and
Anyways,
his cat, he had that. His cat, his name was Azrael. Azrael.
I think it was
Something
just
like
because it was old that we felt.
Right.
That's
It's the
a really
hat.
old cartoon.
It's because the gummy bears and the Smurfs have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
very
yeah.
like a gnome hat.
Yes, like a gnome hat. Yeah. Well, they were in the forest, so we don't even know the time frame that they were placed in. Honestly,
We're searching for truth.
what era did the Smurfs live in?
If you know the specific dates that the Smurfs took place, DM us or leave a comment.
I love Smurfs though. Now that we're on that one, that was a really good one.
I like the Smurfs.
I liked it a lot. Who made Smurfs? It wasn't Hanna-Barbera or any of, was it?
I don't know. I can look it up, but
Hmm.
I'm not sure. How
There
did you
are
feel about
so
the
many
fact?
cartoons.
How did you feel about the fact that there was only one chick in the Smurfs?
Oh, of the little Smurf
Yeah.
girls. I feel like that's not an uncommon situation.
In cartoons?
Yeah, no, in 80s and 90s, girls didn't really like, okay, Alvin and the Chipmunks, they brought in 3 girls, which I was all about. I was like,
Right.
hell yeah, these episodes have the girls. Like those were my favorite ones.
Yeah.
But like Rescue Rangers, one of like top 5 up there for me.
Rescue Rangers was tight.
Rescue Rangers was so apparently I like action adventure in cartoons.
Only-
Or are they all action adventure now that I think about it?
I mean, there's got to be something. I don't know, action adventure. Like I think the majority of them would have definitely adventure because there's always something that they have to do.
Yeah.
And however you want to call adventure, they go on a
Right,
bit of
right,
an
right.
adventure.
Okay.
Action was more the shows that I was watching.
Yeah.
Like I said, with all that was the action and
All
shit
the
was blowing
fighting,
up. And,
Transformers, all that stuff.
yeah. Loved
Okay.
Transformers.
Yeah.
Anything that came
Transformers.
out like around that time,
Yeah.
I was about it.
It was really Transformers was good. I watched that one too.
Yeah.
That was my boy list one.
Thundercats. was like-
Thundercats.
man, I've watched Thundercats again because they have remade it, but the original one,
Mhm.
and it just doesn't hold up for
Mm,
me.
Damn, why?
It's kind of like it's not
Cheesy.
as cool as I thought it was.
Yeah. A lot
So I
of
was
things
just
that
like,
happens a lot. That happens a lot. Okay, wait. We have 7 minutes, 45 seconds. There are still so many shows. So let me see. You have a list, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You have a list, and then
yeah, I just have like a couple of lists just so that we would see some of the cartoons like Goof Troop. I know
Watched it.
You're really about
loved
Goof Troop.
Goof Troop. The Goofy movie was such a good movie.
All right, let's see. According to we went back to the Ranker website.
Okay,
Went
go
back to
quick. Come on,
ranker.com.
come on.
All right, here we go. We're starting at number 20. These are like just a list.
Yep.
Rugrats. Yes or
Definite-
no?
Absolutely, all day.
Right. Batman.
Tommy.
Yes. Smurfs. You said yes. What about Garfield and Friends?
Definitely watched it. Loved Garfield.
Okay, so we said yeah, He-Man. Yes,
He-Man,
X-Men.
X-Men, Alvin.
Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. I give a yes to all the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, Looney
I don't care
Tunes.
how they put them out.
Yep. Foghorn.
What about Darkwing Duck?
Let's get dangerous.
Yeah.
Darkwing Duck. Best
Yeah.
song ever. a little hip hop flow to it. Yeah.
I love that.
Darkwing Duck was a badass cartoon. He was
Mhm.
like in the shadows and he was like a cool guy.
Remember okay, well I'll ask it later.
What?
Let's keep going.
Okay.
Transformers.
We did.
So you liked it?
Oh,
I mean,
did.
even so
I did.
there's some that had like universal appeal, right? As far as like
Yeah.
you know what? As far as cartoons that were for girls.
Right.
Um,
We're disgusted with that notion.
well, we're like, oh, these are only for girls. Like, as far
'Cause
as those
it's
cartoons,
outdated.
though, I watched Gem,
Oh, okay.
and I
Because she
watched
was in a rock band.
yeah, and I watched She-Ra.
Yeah.
I was like,
a
okay,
badass bitch.
She-Ra's He-Man's sister.
Yep.
All right, I'll definitely watch She-Ra.
Yeah.
Go She-Ra.
I
And then
love
the other one
She-Ra.
was Gem, right? And it was like, all right, they were in a band. Like I watched Josie and the Pussycats,
Oh, okay.
like the
I
cartoon. Whenever I see little reruns, like I like chicks in bands.
Yeah.
It's like, get it, girls. Get it. You can do anything. Don't let these guys tell you can't be in a rock band. All right.
Stupid.
What about Inspector Gadget?
Absolutely.
Right?
Wait. Why did the song go to that one?
It was a. Yeah, totally. And I like that the bad guy, you never saw him. It was just
Oh
you know,
yeah,
the claw.
the cat. Wasn't
And
he petting a cat with his metal hand?
Yeah, maybe. Now you're putting me
Iron
on the
hand?
spot. But I remember that, you know,
I swear it was
Oh.
like that.
next time, Gadget. Or something like that.
Next time, Gadget.
Yeah, next time.
Ooh, the Jetsons, yes.
The Jetsons.
Totally watched it.
I was
And-
all about the Jetsons.
Okay.
I was like, man, I can't wait to. What year do you think it was set in?
I don't know.
I'm
But-
just wondering if we've caught up to the Jetsons.
But do you remember when the Jetsons did, I don't know if it was a movie or multiple specials when
With the Flintstones?
Yes.
Hell yes.
Yeah, that was so
those are so good.
so good. Guys, you got to look that one up.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
sure. Oh, Chippendales. Yep.
See, I'm looking to see, but it doesn't say.
Well, just stay on the track. Stay on the
okay,
track.
fine.
We don't have much time.
Well, Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
uh-huh.
You know what? We went to Disneyland once.
4 minutes.
We went to Disneyland once.
Is it a good story?
Yeah. This involves Chippendale.
Okay, all right, go.
So we're at Disneyland and we go and we see Chippendale, and it's me and Mark and a couple of my other cousins, and we run over, and Mark goes up to Dale, and they have a little interaction. One day I'll have Mark tell the story, but Dale decides to grab his nose, like
Oh yeah, he was big on that.
you know,
They were.
like-
They all did that.
well, whenever he like when he took it off or something,
Yeah.
or when he took his hand off, he burned Mark's nose.
Dang! Lawsuit.
we didn't do anything. We should have. We could have had that Disney money.
Damn. It wouldn't
See?
have been that much because it was just a little
They're
burn.
like, get out of here.
They're like, here's a free pass to next time.
Yeah.
You can come back and get
Here's a
another
free,
burn.
Here's a free Mickey waffle.
Yeah.
I'm like, they won't even let you in the
I would
park.
take it.
They're like, next
I
time
would
you're here,
take
you
it.
get a free.
Okay, go.
Okay. We talked about Thundercats.
Thundercats, yes.
We talked about Ninja Turtles.
Yes. Pinky
you
and the
didn't
Brain.
like Pinky and
Uh-uh.
the Brain, though. But I want to know why.
I don't know.
I refuse that answer.
I just-
Give me more.
To me, it was like, the same old spiel over and over again, which I know was the point of the show.
Right. For them to take over the world.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay,
Just
we
wasn't
get
for you?
it.
All right.
Get
You're
it.
like, I get it.
Can we try something new?
Okay. Animaniacs, though.
I didn't like them either. I don't really know.
So I feel like if you didn't
But-
like Pinky and the Brain, that probably started from your dislike of Animaniacs, which I think you're crazy. I think you're
Well,
crazy.
here's the thing. I need to give it another chance because I also really remember my mom not being down with those cartoons. So I wasn't really allowed. It's one of those things in your memories that you're like, is this the truth of how I remember it? Or like, how do I really remember this story? Because maybe it was like she didn't like it and she was like, no, I don't want you watching that shit. And then I just thought in my mind, I don't even like that show anyways. You know what I
Mom
mean?
says it sucks.
Yeah, mom said it sucks, so it sucks. It could have been one of those, and then maybe I watch it again, and I'm like,
Well,
damn, I missed out.
It's
Thanks,
interesting.
Mom.
It's interesting because they brought it back.
That's what you were saying.
So I wonder if it would make more sense to just introduce it to you now that it's back,
I mean,
instead of having to go back to watch the old one.
I got what you're saying.
You know what I mean? I wonder because I heard it's good. I haven't watched it myself.
I think I should watch the old one first and then
All right,
go in the order. Yeah.
sounds good.
We have 1 minute and 36 seconds.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well,
I didn't even
What
get
about-
to talk about
well,
how
didn't-
Monterey Jack goes. Okay, anyways, go.
wait a minute. That was Rescue Rangers, right?
I know we passed it already, and I was like remembering
like,
that.
a couple of cartoons ago.
I was
Okay,
like, damn, I
so
didn't say that
what was
part.
his name again?
Monterey Jack. I loved that.
He was the pilot, right?
Yes.
Or like he flew their plane or something.
Yeah. Or no. See, I don't know.
But you just liked the
I liked Gidget or Gadget or whatever the heck her name was. She was that's why I was talking about them, was that she was the only girl in that scenario too.
Oh, okay.
Like I was trying to pull from my memory
I
what
feel
other
you.
cartoons had only one girl role.
Well, give us the line again. What? So okay, here you be Monterey Jack. And-
He loses his mind over the cheese.
I didn't even have time to set up the scenario. You were already.
We don't have time.
You don't observe the laws
19
of
seconds,
improv.
13, 17, 16.
Well, hold on. There's 3 left. So, Tiny Toon Adventures
Yes, watched it.
all
Loved
day.
it. Yep.
You
So
you
good.
actually remembered the theme song earlier when we were
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about it, which was cool because I hadn't remembered
Tiny
it.
Toon Adventures is the first one I need. Exactly, that's how much fun.
Oh no!
What a slow sensual.
What a sexy alarm! Was that the alarm to stop? Or the alarm to... Please pause the show and have
I had
sex.
to like really pause and wait for it to come back. Shit.
It was like the intro to a Sade song.
Yeah. It's time for the show to be over. Okay, let's just keep going.
Well, yeah, like
Guys, we failed. Moving on.
It's only because we had 2 more on the list, so we got to keep going.
And that they're both
okay,
great ones.
They are both good ones. Number 2, Scooby Doo.
Yes, loved. Love.
I also liked A Pup Named Scooby Doo, which I don't think you.
I didn't really
remember.
watch that one.
I don't know why.
You might
what-
have been too old for that.
I think I was too old to watch it, but I like the fact that they always had like upbeat songs,
Yeah, you were saying
and then they would dance in the middle of a chase scene. It just made me laugh.
they had dance breaks.
like, you know how I really like the Charlie Brown dancing.
yeah, it's the same concept.
It was the same thing.
Because
I
I
was
remember
like-
seeing it.
Yeah, I
I
was
know
like,
what you're
this
talking
is
about.
funny. It's worth my
They're
time.
like, stop that man! But first, let's do a little dance.
Yeah, this is tight.
Okay.
Again, this was the best Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah, because that's what I was talking about. I was like, remember getting
the
up
best according to who?
according to ranker.com.
Okay.
Or yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Oh, these are okay. So the list you just said were only Saturday morning.
Only
cartoons.
Saturday
Got
morning.
it. Because there are
Right.
so many others we didn't even mention.
And I started at 20 because I thought we were in a hurry. This thing goes, well, I'm not going to go all the way there. But there's a lot of really good ones that we hadn't talked about. Like Muppet Babies is down there, not bottom of the list, but below where we started.
Mhm.
Stuff that Yogi Bear, Fraggle Rock.
Yep. Fraggle
But see,
Rock.
Fraggle
Yogi,
Rock
yep.
was, I guess they made a cartoon about it too, but
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I didn't watch the
but
cartoon. I
puppet
watched
show
the
was-
puppets.
Yeah, it was where it's at. And Doug.
Doug.
How is Doug down here at 29, by the way?
Doug was so
amazing.
good. Oh, and Dexter's Laboratory. Hello, Titi.
Yeah, Dexter. was
Did you
great.
see that meme recently about the mom on Dexter? They were like,
How-
"Ooh,
how
why'd they
she's
make her
thick?"
so thick?"
Yeah.
They were like, "No one paid attention to how thick Dexter's mom was."
See, I didn't really. Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't watch Dexter all the time because I was already like 16 years old or something. Like that. So that's why I never noticed.
Mhm.
But I just wonder if like there were any parents or older brothers or stuff who were
I'm
watching
sure
TV
somebody
and they were like, "Yo,
noticed.
that mom's got a fat ass."
Vince.
or if or
We'll
or
talk
if,
about that later.
Or were like big asses really good? See, not really good. Were they important in '96?
No, nobody
what I'm
wanted
saying?
ass. So they probably were like, "Oh, look at that dumpy
Look at
housewife."
that dumpy lady. That Dexter's mom is so dumb.
She always had the like kitchen gloves on.
They're like, I'm never getting
Yeah.
married. Now they're like, man, I can't wait to have a wife with that ass.
Man. Okay, are you done with your list?
No, well, there was one more.
Okay.
The number one Saturday morning
Oh,
cartoon.
yeah, we didn't say it.
According to Ranker, from the mid 80s to the 90s, is DuckTales.
Woo!
I feel like that's one of those songs that you could sing in a room,
Yeah, everybody knows
and then
it.
you would just see how many people
Yeah.
would do that. She'd be like, woo!
Oh, woo! I read in somewhere that Darkwing Duck was like an alternate universe to DuckTales.
Like,
Like it was a darker.
It was definitely a spin-off, because isn't that where Launchpad came from?
Who the heck kicks
Or am I tripping?
Launchpad?
Yeah, Launchpad was the duck that like flew planes as well. Am I tripping?
I don't remember that. I remember Tailspin.
With Baloo?
With another tailspin. Can we also just take a moment to talk about how Baloo the bear got around in the 90s? Because he was in the Jungle Book.
90s. The Jungle Book
They had
like
the same
way
bear.
early. That was in the 90s.
I'm sorry, I don't care what you say. That is the same bear in all those movies. He's in Tailspin. He's in the Jungle Book. There's another one that he's in. Shit. Any bear character,
Okay,
they did the same bear, and they were like, "Better call the guy with the bear voice. We need him."
I feel like Disney had a stock kind of bear image that they went with.
Yeah.
And that was like Baloo, because in the Sheriff of Nottingham from Robin Hood,
Yes,
but only kind of the face, because the sheriff's more
but it was the same type of animation.
like a fat bear.
But that guy that played the sheriff, his voice, that voiceover guy, did a lot of work too.
I
But
got
that was
you.
like what? That was older. That's the 80s, I think,
Mhm.
maybe.
Here, Launchpad McQuack. You don't remember this duck?
Oh, he was in Tailspin.
Yeah.
I forgot about
But
him.
did he start on DuckTales? We're gonna have to do a deep dive.
Tailspin.
Yeah.
we all tailspin.
You know what? Also, shout out to the Beetlejuice cartoon that I used
That
to
was a
watch
good one.
all the time. Too.
Yeah. I didn't watch that really often because I also was really bad at like knowing what time shows were on and which shows were when and stuff like that. Like I just
Mhm.
I don't remember paying attention to that. It was more like Saturday morning I'm gonna sit down and watch, and then I would look at the guide. Right? Did we have guides then or no?
Well,
I don't think we had guides on the TV.
I used to plan it on a TV guide.
on a paper TV guide.
Yeah, I used to be
Yeah.
like, okay. But then after a while, you already knew.
Yeah,
You basically knew that from 8 o'clock to noon
yeah,
on a Saturday morning, you were covered.
yeah.
And then when you get home from school, I think there were cartoons on probably from 3 till like 5:30 or something
Mhm.
like that.
That was the happy times for parents. They could get shit done. Watch, I bet.
Well, not for Saturday mornings, like depending on what kind of house you grew up on.
Yeah.
You just on top of the house. I grew up on the house. But if you grew up in a small house or a house where the TV was, right next to your parents' room or something. Like
Okay.
in my case,
Oh, you couldn't?
my parents hated. They wouldn't stop me, but they'd just be like, "Turn it down,"
Oh, turn it down.
because I would sit right there in the carpet eating
Yeah.
cornflakes.
Yeah. That was a
Cornflakes.
comment. I would sit on the carpet too and eat.
Mhm.
Because the way that my parents set up our old living room, the TV was so far from the couch. It was
Right.
like all like the opposite ends of the room. It was like
It was like,
there's a wall, so the couch must go against the wall. It was like you guys don't understand design and proportions. Like, can you see the TV? And I
Anyway.
used to sit really close to the TV, which is probably why my eyes got all jacked up.
I used to sit up close.
Real
too.
close. My mom
But-
used to be like, "Get away from the TV."
Did you have another?
I have a lot. I'm just gonna name them off and you
Okay.
can go yes or no.
Go.
Okay. So we did
'Cause-
Tailspins. We
Uh-huh.
did Tailspins. DuckTales, Rugrats, Doug, Hey Arnold.
I pass on Hey Arnold.
What?
Yeah, I was never a Hey Arnold guy.
Oh man, I love Hey Arnold. Okay, Top Cat.
I remember Top Cat.
That was an old one. Alvin and the Chipmunks. We said Scooby Doo.
Yes.
We said Care Bears, My Little Pony, Gummy Bears, Popeye.
I mean, I feel like I watched Popeye because it was the only thing on.
Oh,
You know what I mean? At least for me, like back
You
then,
didn't enjoy it.
it was cool.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was.
I like the blind guy
I
with
like
the
that he would beat up
cheeseburgers.
the other guy. And
Wait,
I don't think he was
He wasn't
blind.
blind.
I just think his eyes are drawn that way. Like,
no, I was thinking of Mr. Magoo.
oh yeah, Mr. Magoo.
That was a good one.
The whole thing was just about look at this old senile man that's
Yeah.
getting into.
Let's see if he can make it home. Remember,
Yeah,
he would
yeah.
drive. Like,
Yeah,
almost made everyone-
this guy should not be driving, but we're gonna go ahead and show him to the kids. Check this old man out. Isn't it funny if he kills himself? And you're just like, oh,
He never did.
no,
He never did.
you got through it. All right, keep going.
Okay, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yes,
That was a good one. Boris and Natasha.
yeah, hell yeah. I was like, dude, Russians.
Yep. Dennis the Menace.
I love Dennis.
That
the
was the
Menace
old
back
one
in the
too.
day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And then this was a one that not a lot of people. This is another one.
Okay.
Like Gummy Bears. I would always be like, remember this movie or show or whatever, and nobody remembers it.
Mhm.
It was called The Littles. Do you remember it?
I do remember it because we were talking about it earlier,
Yeah.
and I do remember it. But it was like,
I don't know why I liked
to me,
it.
I was like, it was lame. It was just
Yeah.
like a bunch of little. What were they? Were they people? Because I want to say I remember
No,
one
they
of them
had,
having a tail.
Yeah, they had tails. I
But
don't know what they were.
Are
Mice
they-
people?
maybe
I don't know.
mice people.
They were mice mutants.
I think if I search like my memory, I'll come up with like some cartoons that. There was a lot of cartoons that would make it one season, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What we would consider now is like, oh,
Yeah.
that show never came back. But for us, it was just like, okay, now it's another cartoon full of toys. I got a question though. How
Yes.
about Garfield versus Heathcliff? If you had to pick,
Heathcliff.
all day Heathcliff.
Yeah. That's a tough one though. 'Cause I do.
I mean, some people are like Garfield's so funny. You know, I was like, nah. Heathcliff will
is.
beat your ass.
Yep.
So Heathcliff wins.
It was just more exciting, but that's why I like Top Cat because he kind of was always kind of getting into
Yeah,
situations
scraps.
too. Yeah.
we like just
Yeah.
bummy,
grimy
the
ones.
grimy cats.
Okay, so I have some interesting facts,
All right.
and then I
You
have.
should have brought these out in the beginning.
I know this is a full episode, guys.
Keep going.
Fuck
Go.
it. We're going down memory lanes.
All right, go.
Okay, did you know now I've lost all of them?
Are you serious?
Okay, here.
All right, go.
In a New York Times interview, Dexter creator Jendi Tartakovsky, I'm
Smooth.
sorry if I fucked that up, said the
No, I think that's exactly how she says it.
shut up. We don't even know if it's a man or a woman.
Oh, that's
It
true.
could be Gendy too. Genndy.
Okay,
Anyways, said the reason that this is a new word I've never heard of. Titular. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It means like the
What does that
principal
mean?
character, like
Oh, okay.
the name of the title, like the
Got it.
titular character.
I did not know that.
Character.
The more you know. Bring. Okay. Character had a Russian accent was because he considers himself a very serious scientist. And
Oh, this is Dexter's laboratory.
Dexter.
Yeah, got
he's
you.
saying why he had a Russian accent.
Oh, okay, cool.
He considers himself a very serious scientist, and all well-known scientists have accents.
So wait, this is
The creator
was like Dexter, the character.
Yes.
Decided this. It's character choice.
No. He's well, actually,
Or is it the writer saying I
that's
gave him
interesting
that?
you took it that way. He considers. I guess yeah, because none of his family members had an accent. So
Right.
Dexter, that's true.
But okay, read it to me again. Read it to
Okay.
me again. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen. Go. I'm gonna listen this time.
Okay, said the reason the titular character had a Russian accent was because he considers himself a very serious scientist, and all well-known scientists have accents. So yes, that
There
is
it
him.
It's
It's
that Dexter decides.
Dexter decides.
But now that I think about it, honestly, it was that guy's idea.
Well,
Either
yeah.
way,
Yeah, he
either
created
way,
Dexter and
either
created
way,
all
it was
Dexter's
the
thoughts.
writers.
Dexter is not a real person.
Fuck what the writer thought. What did the character decide to do?
No, but I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay. Here's one. A friend's trivia.
Okay.
On Courage the Cowardly Dog. Did you watch that? That was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I think that was the dog that lived with the old lady and the old man.
And the old man. And the old lady and the old man's name were Muriel and Eustace. Okay. Which were taken from the middle names of Chandler Bing and Ross Geller.
That's hilarious.
That's funny, right? I didn't know that. Okay, here's one that I thought was really interesting because we also did not mention one of the greatest cartoons of all time that I feel like that was probably the one I watched the longest, meaning like kept watching into adulthood because I was like, this is still good, was SpongeBob. It's so good.
Okay. Okay. I don't know when SpongeBob came out or whatever, but I like SpongeBob now.
Yeah.
But when it was out,
you didn't like it?
I mean, it was out for so long, but when people were really watching it, I was not about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it just because people liked it? So you were like,
no,
meh.
it was the voice. Like I didn't like his voice.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, nah, man, I can't deal with that.
I liked it. He was.
And then later on, you start seeing a lot of people talk about it. I was like, I'm gonna give it another shot. And it's funny. It's like
so funny.
It's so funny.
Yeah. It's
so
great,
I came around on SpongeBob,
yeah,
but at first I wasn't about it.
Well, check this out because I didn't know this and I thought this was interesting. Each of the main characters in SpongeBob SquarePants represents the 7 deadly sins. They are the following. SpongeBob is lust. I'll read them and then we can go back because I don't get that one. But anyways.
Okay.
Patrick Sloth makes sense. Squidward Wrath makes sense. Sandy Pride makes sense. Mr. Krabs Greed makes sense. Plankton Envy. And Gary Glutton.
Who's Gary?
Gary was the snail, but how is he gluttonous? If anything, Patrick was gluttonous.
Well, I think
they mixed that up.
Like again, I like it now, but it's not like I went back and watched all of it. So does Gary eat a lot?
I don't remember, but here's the thing. I'm wondering if this fact got Patrick and Gary confused because Gary is a snail and sloth would be slow, right? Is that a sin? Sloth?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means you're just lounging around doing jack shit. Oh,
that's a sin?
Yeah.
To chill?
Not to. I mean, it's not necessarily chill because chill implies that you did something beforehand.
So to be lazy, completely lazy is a
just
sin.
Like, sloth.
Really? I forgot about that one. I know some sinners out there. Thou shalt not sloth.
All right.
But yeah, so anyways, they put Patrick as sloth and they put Gary as glutton. I would switch those. But that's just me.
Okay.
And what's up with SpongeBob and lust? Was he lusty over people and things? Or maybe he had a lust for life, but that's positive. Anyways.
I mean,
I want to
That's interesting.
Yeah, I want to look into that. That's interesting. Did you know all the children
Was he trying to get at Sandy a lot? Was he always like, hey, I got an underwater nut for you?
Gross.
He's a squirrel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Except he was the one filled with holes. Bada bang.
She's like, all right, but I'm gonna finger every part of you.
This is just getting weird. Oh my god. By the way, like one of my favorite episodes of SpongeBob, while we're on it anyways, and we've already gone over, is I love the episode when SpongeBob goes to visit Sandy and Sandy lives in the bottom of the ocean even though she's a squirrel. Like, girl, what are you doing? Like,
I mean, she's got her own setup.
How'd you even get there?
She bought early. It's like a community where she's like, I'll buy in early, and they're like, we're gonna build so many homes down here. She's like, I better get in.
Or she just does not like squirrels. She just hates her kind, and she's just like, I need to get away from these motherfuckers.
Where can I never run into a squirrel ever again?
Exactly.
You know where? bottom of the fucking
of
ocean.
the ocean.
Why is there a pineapple down here? I don't know. That'll never come to like. That'll never be relevant.
Well, she didn't live in the pineapple.
No, I'm just saying because
yeah.
then he comes over and annoys her.
Yeah. So, well, no. So he goes. I'm trying to remember now. Did he have a crush on Sandy? He might have. I really need to check this.
We
anyways,
could have done
she
a whole
goes-
quickie on SpongeBob.
For real, we can.
Well, now we're doing it.
Let
Keep
us know,
going.
guys, if you want us to do a whole quickie on SpongeBob. I will watch that show.
We'll
We
do
will
some
talk about it.
actual research.
Yeah.
Because
So-
I didn't mention. Well, anyway, keep going.
Well, my favorite episode is when he goes to visit her, and obviously SpongeBob is a sponge, and he needs to be immersed in water at all times, and she lives in a dome, so there's no water in there. So he goes, and he's cool for a minute, and he starts getting dry and drier and drier,
Right.
and he's just like this like crusty sponge, and she's like, "What's wrong, SpongeBob?" He's like, "I need water." Like, it's so hilarious. I love that one. He's like literally dying. Anyways.
Oh my god.
Okay. All the children on Rugrats were voiced by women, including Tommy, Chucky, and Phil.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that?
Yeah, definitely. I knew about Chucky.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I knew about Chucky
Well,
too. I remember that lady.
I think she might do
Bart?
Chucky and Dill, or I think one.
She does multiple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Real talented.
And also, Rugrats is the only Nickelodeon show to have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
No shit.
Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't even know shows
I
had
would have given it
stars
to Doug.
for Nickelodeon. I don't know. Rugrats was a heavy hitter for them. But yeah. And then, you know what we didn't talk about was Bobby's World. Don't you know?
Man, there's so many things we haven't talked about.
So many.
Um,
You watched
and
that one?
I did watch Bobby's World. I loved Bobby's World. I love that his last name was Generic,
Oh.
but people always called it Generic.
Oh.
It's one of the things that I always
I didn't
remember.
know that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's Bobby Generic. And they'd be like, here's like I remember specifically one. I think they went on a game show or somehow he was being introduced,
Mhm.
and they're like, and here's blah blah blah, Bobby Generic, and he's like Generic.
Generic. Actually, generic. Did you know that Mandel discovered the Bobby voice while choking on a piece of cake as a kid?
What? Howie Mandel was choking on some cake.
He was choking on some cake. I don't remember what Bobby sounds like though.
It was just like a high pitched. I don't know that I could do it, but I know that. Okay, I told you this. I've told you this before, but anyway, oh my god, here we go. We were in Las Vegas, and my brother and I think my mom was there too. We had it was like a family trip to Vegas, and somebody came and basically was like, "Hey, I work here at the hotel, and I got tickets from work for the comedy club, but I can't go. And if those seats aren't filled, I'm gonna get in trouble. Would you guys want to go?" Just randomly. And my mom was like, "Hell no, I don't want to go see Howie Mandel." But I've got my sons here,
Yeah.
and we both had our girlfriends there, and we went to go see Howie Mandel, and he was hilarious. He was hilarious.
Really?
And people were like, he's like, a lot of you guys know me from Deal or No Deal, but he's like also Bobby's World, and people were like, wow. And he did the voice,
Oh.
and it was spot on.
I don't remember what it sounds like. I gotta look it up.
Yeah,
I gotta hear it.
you'll have to look it up. But anyway, what else you got on this
okay.
long list of?
I know. That's it for my
a
facts.
20-minute show.
That's it for my facts. But I found this really cute thing that basically it was an article basically saying okay, here we go. Thank you notes. That's what they are. They're thank you notes to our favorite cartoon characters because they were truly the best teachers.
Okay.
So that I think it's hard to know because obviously we don't have kids and we don't watch cartoons anymore.
Mhm.
So I don't really know. I know some of them because I used to nanny, so I know like Paw Patrol and all that kind of stuff. But that's like toddlers, like really
Okay.
little kids, like 7 or whatever. But I don't know what the kids are watching now. I don't know if they have the same lessons that we had because I feel like in spite of all the shit we were watching, like they somehow really were like feeding us lessons and information of like, oh, eating spinach will make you strong, or whether or like Captain Planet. We didn't even talk about Captain Planet.
I know Captain Planet. I think we're talking about that. I was talking about that with Mark Captain Planet was kind of corny, but we really
you
liked
guys,
it.
I loved it.
That's the thing. It's like
But
when
I
you
was
think about it,
corny.
you're like, this is a corny
Yeah.
ass cartoon, but we watched it. It was really good.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, I
And
was
they
like,
taught us to
yeah,
be
you go save that Earth.
Yeah,
Captain Planet.
exactly. They taught us to care about our planet and respect nature, which is a
Mhm.
huge lesson. So there were a lot of lessons, but anyways, I stumbled upon this cute little thank you notes thing, and I thought that this was really funny. So let me read
Okay.
you. There's a lot of them.
I will just cut
I'm
it
not gonna
down 'cause
read
we're
them
at
all.
45 minutes.
Okay, then. Full episode coming your way, couch longies. Okay.
Coming your way.
Garfield. All this while, with your hatred towards Monday, you were just trying to warn us about how much adulthood sucks, weren't you? We didn't understand your feelings before, but now that we're adulting, you're so relatable. Patrick Starr. You gave us major BFF goals when you always had a solution for SpongeBob's problems. You made us realize that we all need that one person who's got our back.
Oh my god.
Okay, I got Winnie the Pooh. I have Top Cat. You want to hear Top Cats?
Yeah, go for it.
With your decorated garbage in house. You taught us how to be fancy on a budget. You are the true millennial that we have just discovered.
This is ridiculous. I reject these letters. I would
I
throw
love it
these away.
so much. I love it.
I really liked how your house was full of garbage, so I don't feel so bad that my house looks like shit.
Hey, okay?
Fair enough.
Dexter, with your badass experiments, you influence us to always stay curious. Thanks for making nerd cool for us and never letting the haters win. You taught us that we don't always have to like the people we work with.
Oh my god, dude.
This is stupid.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. I thought it was cute.
Those are the two sides of the coin we sit
Mr.
on.
Grumpy Bear over here. Wah, wah. Thank you notes are over. And Mark is fucking up.
Oh, he's dropping things.
He's
He literally dropped two things back to back. What kind of
Yeah.
production are we running here, folks?
Man. They're
Oh
letting
my
us
God.
go to 45 minutes
I
and
know.
everything.
And everything. We shouldn't let the crew drink with us. We're the only ones allowed to drink on the show. Oh my god. Well,
we've talked about a lot of cartoons.
I know, and there's probably a ton of stuff.
There's a
that
ton
we
more.
missed. And let us know your favorites. Here's this. Let me see. How about this?
Uncle Ted gave presents that cost money, don't you?
That was Bobby's voice.
That was from Choking on Cake.
He must have been joking. He's like, yeah, nice, exactly. That's how it worked out. He's like, somebody save me. I'm choking.
Does anybody have a helmet?
That is so good. That is really
Is it good?
Hell yeah, I
Okay.
think so. Okay, do your foghorn leghorn. No, you know what? Save it because we're gonna do a couch quickie on
Looney Tunes?
I know.
I do.
So tune in because that was just a teaser right there.
Who else you want?
I don't know who else can you
I don't know. I've never tried them. That was my first Bobby.
There you go. And we should also do one on a cartoon that I really like.
Huh.
But I don't know. It's weird because I didn't watch it till now. Really. But it's Phineas and Ferb.
Oh yeah, you love
So,
that freaking cartoon.
We'll do a quickie on PNF.
Okay.
Boom.
Can't wait.
All right, guys. So that's gonna go ahead, and I'm officially gonna call it because Nadia's
Yeah.
never gonna do so.
No.
So thank you so much for tuning in. That's our couch quickie. Quit.
That's all.
Nice. You're just spoiling so many teasers for whenever that episode will happen. I'm ending this.
Oh no, that was the best. Never mind.
Bye, everybody.
You'd like it.
You know what's crazy? I think I would